Hey everyone, welcome back to another segment of Sunday Jokes. This is just a segment that I started during the pandemic when every day felt like Sunday. The new revamped version does offer some bourbon reviews at the end. These are just my personal thoughts and observations about what I'm drinking. And just want to share them with you, and you can take it for what it is. Some of you might find it helpful. Some of you might think it's wrong. It's fine. Bourbon drinking, as in anything, is really a personal preference. So do what you want with it. Hey, but anyway, I'm a bit, it's been a minute, a bit rusty. Just came back from a 10-day road trip, 10-day camping trip with my wife. We went up to lovely New Hampshire and Maine. Pretty sure I should have said lovely wife to New Hampshire and Maine. I'll have to work on that. Anyway, it was lovely. But I got to tell you, my wife and I are very different people. Very different campers. Like, I like the primitive experience. You know, I like to disconnect, be one with nature. She's a glamper. She likes all the amenities. All of them. And then some. Yeah, we're just very different. And we stayed at this really remote peninsula up in Maine. And it was very nice. It was very peaceful. She's like, what are we going to do? What do we do now? I was like, this is it. We just, like, relax, read a book, take a nap. She's like, no, I don't. What are those things? I don't know. She doesn't want to do any of that. At one point, I looked over and she's on her phone. She's scrolling through photos on her phone, like reminiscing about the life she once had. It was hilarious. It's pathetic, but it was very funny. But 10 days is a long time to be with someone on the road like that, you know? And we had one argument. We had one day we just wanted to kill each other, right? Just one, over eggs. Eggs, right? She's like, I want to stop at the store and get eggs. I'm like, I just didn't think we needed eggs, right? Now, you should know my wife, who loves the store, loves to shop, right? She has not met a store that she did not like. There's something in their brain wiring. It's like the shop, and it sets off all that. It's like Vegas happens in there. All bing, it all lights up. She gets hyped. So when she says, we got to stop at the store for eggs, I'm like, no, we don't need eggs. So then she's just like in the passenger seat. She's just like, I want eggs. And I'm like, fuck your eggs. Like, whatever. Like, I don't know. It turned into a thing. It was a big blow up over eggs. I know. Which made me think, if you really investigate, research spousal murders, everyone thinks, oh, somebody kills their significant other and it's personal. It's like a affair. It's money. No, it got me thinking. I think it's the little things. There's a plane going over. There's a plane going over because I'm in the flight path of D.C. It's fine. They could come down at any time. I mean, then you get to experience that. And all of that chaos and catastrophe, I think it's gone. But if you were to interview, I think it's the little things. Like, I think if you were to interview someone on death row, interview a guy, it's a guy. Look, women murder. I get it, right? No hate. Don't call me. Don't email me and be like, hey, women murder too. I know women murder, right? In this story, it's a guy. So you interview a guy who's on death row. He murdered his wife. I feel like if you interview him and just you and him, just one-on-one, and you're like, really? What was it? What was it? Tell me. It's just you and me. I feel like you just look you dead in the eye and be like, she just chewed her food too loud. That's what I think. That's what I think it all comes down to. Those little things. No? Just me? I'll give my wife credit. The town was very small. There was not a lot to do. Like, it had a town hall, a general store, I think a volunteer fire department. I think that might be it. But it had a lot of roadside stands, firewood, jam, whatever. One just said, we got what you need. What? Who's stopping for that sign? It wasn't even a store. We got what you need. It's the lure of curiosity, right? That's like telling Jeffrey Dahmer, like, yeah, I'll come back to your apartment for a few beers. What's the worst that could happen? We know how that ends. I feel like I lost you all maybe with spousal murder and Jeffrey Dahmer. Did I? I feel like I need to bring you back. I feel like I need to win the audience back. Okay. So it wasn't just about eggs. Okay. I was pulling a camper, right? So here's the whole story. I'm pulling a camper. And as you know, when you have a camper, you don't just willy-nilly pull into places, right? You got to have a plan. You got to be able to get in and you got to be able to get out, right? So that's all I'm saying. So when she says, let's go to the store, it's not that easy because I'm looking and it's a tiny parking lot. And I'm thinking, I got to get in. I'm driving. I got to get in and I got to get out. So no, I don't think the eggs, you have to do a cost benefit analysis, right? Are you with me? And I did a very quick cost benefit analysis, and I did not feel that eggs were more beneficial than the cost it was going to take me to fucking figure out how to get out of the parking lot, right? So I was like, no, we're not stopping. I will tell you that we did stop. We did stop because I love my wife and I'm not stupid, right? That's what we did. I love my wife and I'm not stupid. But I do think if those victims of Jeffrey Dahmer way back when was pulling a trailer and he approached them and was like, hey, you want to come back to my apartment for some beers? They'd be like, look, I'm pulling like a trail, like logistically, I don't think you got a tiny apartment complex. I don't think it's gonna, and I think it would have saved their life. I do. That's the full circle there. I think if you're pulling a trailer, I think you're more likely to live, right? So anyway, that's my story. Pushing 6 minutes. Real quick, we're going to do one bourbon review, and I got to tell you, this is Belfour. This is a local. I picked it up in, it is brewed in, I don't know, it's distilled in Kentucky. Anyway, I picked it up in Maine, and it's named after, or the guy behind this is a hockey player, Ed Belfour. He's in all the Hall of Fames or whatever for hockey. But I bought this, not because of hockey, I don't give a shit about hockey, but it is a fun sport to watch. But because I was in the liquor store, and I was looking for something new, and a woman came by with a shopping cart and had 10 of these bottles in it. Swear to God, true story. 10 bottles, and I was like, holy shit, what do I need to know about this bourbon? So she said, oh, my husband partnered with this guy, is a hockey player, and we can't get it anywhere, and we want to give him out as gifts. So she was adjacent to creator adjacent, I guess. Anyway, it was an interesting story, but I also thought maybe that's a good marketing ploy. Maybe she's just walking around putting bottles in like 10 of these, and it's just like, this is going fast. You should get it. I should try that with my book. I should walk around a bookstore with like 10 copies of First Generation Normal and be like, they're selling out fast. They're not. Right? But I got to tell you, Belfour, pleasantly surprised. I'm going to tell you, I cannot keep it filled in my glass enough. I am very surprised. It is super smooth, has a great flavor, and it says bourbon whiskey finished with Texas pecan wood. I'm not a pecan fan. I don't know enough about Texas pecan wood. I don't have a lot of wood knowledge for some fairly obvious reasons. But I have to tell you, this is delightful. I don't know where you get it. I can't remember how much I paid, but it's very smooth. He was arrested a few times. I gotta tell you, if you go back and look at his rap sheet, the hockey player. So if you're into social justice things and like, good causes, maybe this isn't for you. It's got a history. But nonetheless, it tastes delicious. And that's no ice. That's just neat. It's got a really nice, smooth flavor. It's very complex, but very drinkable. I think you will not be disappointed if you go for Belfour. That's all I have for you guys. I'm sorry for the 8-minute ramble. Trying out some new stuff. So thanks for listening. Follow my channel if you like it. Share. Feel free to leave comments. See you next time on Sunday Jokes.